Okay. Um, Good morning, class. So my topic on my paper is mental health, and I wanted to do it specifically with mental health for young adults, just because I've noticed, myself included, and a lot of other of my adult friends that I've spoken to, um, we've talked to each other about how it's very important for us to take care of our mental health. And I know that when our parents were growing up, a lot of this conversation was never talked about. It was like unheard of in certain cultures. If you come from backgrounds with your family is minority, that's what I could only speak of just because my father's African American and my mother's from Dominican Republic. And growing up in their household, they didn't talk about your feelings or what to do when something's messing with your mental. And the word therapy was just unheard of. It was like no one wanted to sit around and tell a stranger about their problems. But as the world advanced and people got more open and more comfortable with discussing mental health, especially for someone like myself, who ever since I became an adult or a mom, I felt like my mental health has been on a roller coaster ride. There are some days that I feel really, really high, and some days that I feel really low. And some people are afraid to talk about these things, but I feel like now that we're bringing more awareness to mental health, it's easier for us to sit down and discuss it with each other. I even have a therapist, so I am someone who is not ashamed of saying that I need help some days to get through my thoughts. Sometimes it's weeks, sometimes it's a month, but I continue with therapy just because I know that there's somebody listening, there's somebody out there that's trying to help me. And not I have my support system at home as well. So my mom listens to me all the time, you know. So that's very important for people to have someone uh that they're open to talk to. So going back to the point of my paper, so that's what I wanted to discuss because, like I said, it was something that hit home to me. And I wanted to address how much mental health has changed from, possibly in the early, 1950s, 60s, as we read when in a couple weeks back we learned about the asylums in Willowbrook, and how a lot of people that were dealing with a lot of mental health illnesses were just thrown there, and the treatment that they got affected them, into adulthood, you know. And so I zeroed in on talking about the change, on how it's very different from how it was back then, but we still need to do more work to continue to see the changes. I talked a lot about how in our education system, how our children are the ones that are our future. We all know this. We go to school first, we get in contact with our medical professionals, and those are the first people that could address and can talk to us about our mental health and how important it is to not be afraid to tell someone when you're not feeling okay, and how it is okay to just not be okay, but there is help out there. There are people that are willing to listen to you and help you get the help that you need. So that was one of my main things that I wanted to talk about in my paper, was about that should be the main people who have who get informed about the topic. Like, of course, we should train our parents because we are the ones that are with they're our children. We're the ones raising them to be the adults of tomorrow. But if we don't know how to notice the signs, or how to go about helping them when they need help, how do we expect how do we expect to improve their mental, is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.